My name is Travis Hurst. I am lead processing tech at Barilla America. I've been here 8 years. I actually pretty much run a crew of people, and we're responsible for pumping the semo from the rail car, extruding it through the lines, and sending it all the way down to packaging. Important impacts would be paying the farmers that we get our wheat from, or the companies that we get our wheat from. Another impact is our own jobs of packaging, and then sending it out to the consumers so they can eat. We actually get it from two places. Our sister plant in Ames, Iowa, and our second place is Il Grani, and they're based in St. Louis, Missouri. My duties include making sure everything's running correct, all the recipes for all 4 lines are correct, cleaning, making sure that the dye room is ready to go. When we do have format changes and going from like spaghetti to fettuccine, everything runs smoothly, so we don't have hang-ups. If we have hang-ups, that's more of a gap and less product we can push out. The dye room is, when you were a kid, you remember playing with like Play-Doh, and you put a shape in there and you push it down and the shape would come out. That's basically a giant Play-Doh machine where you put the shape, there's a dye, you push it in, and the shape is in there, and then you have all the pressure pushed through, and that's how you get your shapes of your pasta. We have 2 long lines and 2 short lines. Long lines would run spaghetti, fettuccine, linguine, thin spaghetti, thick spaghetti, and then short lines are anything that's not a spaghetti. For most of the day, I'm usually in the control room, and that'll have all of our equipment to measure the moisture of the product, our computers, and it's an air-conditioned room. But when we do have issues, we have to go out to the floor, and it averages probably 89 to 95 degrees and like 40% humidity. But usually we're only on the floor for a few minutes at a time, and we just head right back into control. PPE is obviously your personal protective equipment, steel-toe shoes, safety glasses, earplugs, but then we also have GMPs where we have to wear our hair nets, beard nets, clean clothes, clean fingernails. Good manufacturing practices. We have 3 tiers here: green, yellow, and red. Green is the basic GMPs that you gotta follow, yellow is intermediate, and red is like on the floor. And that's washing your hands as soon as you get onto the floor. No food, only clear water and an approved Barilla water bottle. I grew up on a farm, so I love the hard work. And when I was in high school, I didn't really know if I wanted to go to college. I didn't know if it was for me. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and didn't want to put myself in that much debt. So talked to my dad, and he's like, "Oh, Barilla's great. We got all these benefits. We have options. You can grow." So I was like, "Okay." I got hired on from the temp service. Did that for 3 months. Got hired on as a packaging operator. I got to almost to level 2, and then went down to processing. A temp agency is somewhere where you go and you give them your resume, and they'll pretty much spread it out to the companies in the area, and they'll come back and say, "Hey, we want him," or they help you find a job. I went down to processing, went to nights, spent a couple years on nights, and I just kept, every time that they wanted to teach me something new, I said, "Okay, let's learn it," and it's helped me get to the level 4. It's all in-house. I went to Pioneer, and I was in the FFA program, but that's pretty much all the training I had. I had no manufacturing experience when I started. Science is a big thing. We're dealing with water, flour, temperature, air movement, and it's all got to be perfect to get the drying process correct to make good pasta. So attendance is definitely a big one. If you don't show up, you're leaving your coworkers shorthanded, and there's already enough work to do without missing another body. Communication is key, because if someone's on one line and they have issues and they need help, I don't know what to do to help them make their job easier. Definitely down in processing, it's more teamwork than it is in packaging, because I can say I'm running line 4, but we're really all running line 4 if we have issues. Attention to detail definitely, because just like packaging, packing out 243 pounds of pasta a minute, we're doing like 11,000 pounds an hour. So if you make a mistake, you can have a lot of bad product really quick. Starting pay and processing is $18.50. You can go all the way up to just about $27 an hour. Benefits: healthcare, 401k, Roth IRA, vision, dental, vacation, gym reimbursement. So they'll give you $20 a month for your gym membership. Adoption, they give you $17,000 if you want to adopt a child. Tuition reimbursement program. Probably my coworkers. I work with a lot of good people, and we're stuck in a small room for 12 hours a day. You gotta, I guess that would be a personality trait thing too. You gotta have a good personality to work down there. My coworkers, because again, you see them for 12 hours a day, so sometimes you're just like, I need some space. Let me do my thing. But I think the real thing that is hardest is the heat. The heat and the humidity, that would be the worst part of it. It's usually 12 months out of the year just because it has to be. And then when we have to unload semo in the winter, that's another. But Barilla's helped us out. They give us full suit of Carhartts. We got a heated shed out there, and they've been actively trying to help us make the job easier. The automation and just the amount of pasta that you see every day is just incredible. I've been working for 8 years, and I've probably seen more pasta than anyone will ever see in their life. I tell them that if you're not 100% certain on what you want to do, that's fine. There's always manufacturing. You can make good money, obviously. Good benefits. You don't have to put yourself in that much debt to live a pretty good life. I want to eventually be plant manager someday. I probably will have to do a few college classes, get probably my bachelor's. But right now, I'm pretty much in charge of processing my shift. Eventually, I'll move up to maybe technologist and then keep growing. Everything that they throw at me for knowledge, I'll take. Yeah, if you're offered a training program, take it. Because you'll never regret saying, oh, I shouldn't have taken that class. I'd say when you're starting, be coachable, be teachable. No one's gonna like it if you come in and you act like you know everything. You're the new guy. Just soak up as much information from the older guys that you can, because it's invaluable.